Welcome to How to Embody a Spiritual Life Without the Woo-Woo. I'm Michael Bravant, and we are going to get spiritual and leave the woo-woo at home. Although I have nothing against woo-woo, it doesn't always translate to a deep embodiment of who we are as spiritual beings that are also in these bodies, living in this society, and doing the working through life and making a living and trying to be happy thing. And so I think there's a lot of really great ways to orient towards being more connected to your deeper essence and connect to the deeper essence of life and of other people that could be considered spiritual, but is not necessarily couched in what we would term spiritual ideas or spiritual experience. And so I want to kind of just chunk it down and get to the essence. So these 10 big ideas are how to help you do that without the woo-woo. So number one is called walk your talk. This is really simple. I mean, we talk about integrity. It's a pretty clear topic to be able to speak and live when you're not in front of people the same way when you are in front of people. So it's like, is the way that you engage in life a charade? Is it a facade? Is it something that you're trying to do in order to impress people or to kid yourself into being something other than who you are? Or are you really aligned every moment with what's your deepest value or your deepest morals? And it starts with saying something and following through. And some of the symptoms that come up that I find with people that don't walk their talk are like the little white lies or the little embellishments. You know, when somebody asks you about an experience you had, do you tell them what happened, or do you kind of like add a little flair on top? Or, you know, whatever the ways in which we subtly compensate, I find that these little white lies really keep us, it's kind of like come out of us. Sometimes I hear myself say something, I'm like, that's not true. Like, why did I say that? But there's this impulse to kind of be something more and kind of play myself up, or in other ways tell other people how to best live their life without actually embodying that for myself. And as I say in the Big Idea PDF, there's a way in which when we're really concerned about how other people are living and what's the best way that they can live their life, usually it's because we're not living the life that we know that we can live. And there's this pull to help others. I gotta really help you. I have this huge pull to help you do something, when it's really about how can you point back at yourself and take accountability for what you know is most true. And in that way, it's very simple, big idea. It's also very hard to embody. So just notice where you may be, your word game may be a little bit ahead of your living game. And try to bring those two into coherence, because that's really a place of self-honesty, because you can't really move to where you want to go until you start where you are. And it's important to be able to accept that starting point before you're going to evolve into any more coolness that's waiting for you to step into.